And we are live on Zoom. We are live on YouTube, and we are live on the Sevens with Pifers B Metatron's internet radio station. I am thankful and grateful to be here today. Um, we're gonna we're gonna give folks a minute to get here before I get started off in my diatribe. I just want to welcome everybody to Earth's official New Year. Started today, sometime around 10:06 a.m. Pacific Standard Time today. Um, the spring equinox stationed exact as the sun moved into Aries. So it's an exciting, fun time to be alive, in spite of all of the fear mongering and all of the lying and all of the propaganda that is being perpetrated upon folk via the news and those various shows like that. Want everybody to be encouraged, um, because again, this change is orchestrated by the cosmos. This ain't man doing this shit. This is the cosmos, and man can't fight with the cosmos. Arms are too short. Uh, Man has lost every fight that we have. Humankind has lost every fight against the cosmos and against nature that has ever taken place. The cosmos and Mother Nature is undefeated. Just like Father Time is undefeated. So worry not, fear not. All is not lost. All is not dire. All is not, we're not going in reverse. We don't have to worry about regressing uh, as people or as individuals or as people collectively, as a nation, and as the hub of the world. There's no regression. There is constant expansion. Everything that happens on this planet is a microcosm of what happens in the universe. And the universe is constantly ascending and expanding. The universe never goes backwards in motion. So, fear is a powerful tool that is used by those in. So, how do you combat fear? You combat fear with facts. Now, we're not going to get into a long, drawn out political discussion. As far as what's happening in politics, I give zero fucks right now. It's too early in the game to even be making any type of decisions about shit that has just been started. I am more inclined to wait at least 9 months, let a full cycle uh, go through for judging if it's fucked up or not. And I personally do not believe it's fucked up. I believe it is cosmically ordered. And whatever happens during the cosmic order is supposed to. So, but I do want to dispel uh, one thing that has been going around, going around, going around. Uh, Anybody who is on Social Security currently, Medicare, uh, uh, and all of those programs like that, especially Social Security, Medicare. Do not believe the lies that are being told that Trump wants to get rid of Social Security, Musk wants to get rid of Social Security, and blah, 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 and they're going to cut your Social Security and Medicare. No, they're not. First of all, Social Security and Medicare are statued, statued, into the Constitution. And of all of the tax revenue that comes in every month to the federal government, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and those other programs like that, they're paid first. And if that's all the money we have, then that's all the money we'll have. But they are paid first. Those are locked in, and it would take a constitutional amendment to change that. Let me tell you what it takes to get a constitutional amendment through. You need 2/3 of the House of Representatives to agree. You need, which is 300 and some odd. So you're going to need folks from both parties to do that. You need 67 senators to agree on the amendment. So you're going to need folks from both parties. And then you need 3/4 of the states to agree upon it. So if Social Security and Medicare are going away, we need 2/3 of the House, 2/3 of the Senate, and 3/4 of the states. 38 states would have to agree with 67 senators and over 310 House of Representatives. Never going to happen. So you can once and for all, whenever you hear that lie that they're coming after your Social Security and Medicare, you know it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a talking point. They're talking about they took down a picture of Jackie Robinson from a DEI website ran by the government. Who cares? It's a picture. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? And he took away DEI and affirmative action and all of that. I said, well, the Civil Rights Act of 63 and then of 65 covers everything that DEI and affirmative action and all that other shit covered. So it's still illegal to discriminate based on race, sex, gender, all of that shit. It's still, you can't segregate, all of that. It's still the same. There's still a law on the books that covers all of that. So nothing has changed, just in the government. I don't want the government to be promoting any culture, no culture. I want the government to be as slimline and as efficient as they can. You do your damn job and you go home. That's just me, though. That's just me. I'm for limited federal government anyway. Um, this is a spring equinox, and this is a move into Aries, and we'll open it up and see how's everybody been feeling these past couple of days. It's been some heavy energy. It's been some uh, nausea creating energy. It's been some chronic fatigue creating energy. It's just been some overall malaise type of energy. However, about a little bit after midnight my time, I felt the shift. I felt my whole bed just literally like start levitating. Or maybe it was me levitating and I pulled up the bed. I don't know. Has anybody felt the shift today? Anybody?
Oh, maybe the shift. The
Yeah,
shift, like the energetic shift from the seasons because of the equinox.
absolutely that. Yeah.
Well, and I'm here in Georgia. So I've been experiencing the springness for about a week or so.
Hmm.
With the dogwoods blooming
Yes.
and
Yes.
the cherry blossoms are blooming. So spring is there, birds are chirping.
Good,
And
good.
so that whole spring is feeling is here. So at least in my neck of the woods,
Absolutely. How's your
weather
energy?
wise.
How's your energy feeling? Has your energy shifted these past couple of days?
I want to say I don't want to say I'm more energetic. I'm not.
Lighter,
Uh
maybe? Maybe not as
Maybe
heavy in you?
lighter.
Yeah.
There's a I don't give a fuck. You
Yes. Yes.
can
Absolutely.
I say that?
You can on my show. Yes, you can.
Okay.
That's one of
I think that
that's our
kicked in.
favorite term here.
There was a few hyper criticisms, and I'm just like internally, I don't give a fuck. What you think?
That's
That's your
good.
opinion, and
That's
I'm gonna
good.
do what I'm gonna do, and
That's
that's my
good.
feel.
Well, you're tapped into the energy of the soul vibration of this season anyway. If that's how you already been, yeah, you already were tapped into the energy of it. And we're going to get into that in a few minutes. But yes, it has been a for me past couple of days. I've been clapping back uh, just on ignorant shit. If somebody is posting something political, okay, that's your political belief. I'm not even gonna get into that with you. But just some ignorant, somebody posted something and somebody posted an ignorant ass comment and I got in on it. I got in on it and it lightened me up, man. It you know, long gone are the times when we just have to accept someone's ignorance, someone's uneducation, or someone's disrespect. That's just not happening. I don't care if it's somebody talking to you face to face, if you're on the phone with them, if you're texting them, or if you're online in one of these forums with people. Do not allow anybody just to say any old type of shit to you. That's just not cool. So I had been in I'm gonna let everything slide. I'm not even gonna comment. I'm gonna let these ignorant folks stay ignorant type of vibration until about Monday night. And then Monday night something kicked in. And I was like, no, get back up on your town crier box and start calling out all of this stupidity, all of this hypocrisy, so that's where I'm at. Miss Lemons, how you feeling and how you been these past couple of days? And did you feel a movement, a shift about 1 o'clock your time?
Yeah, it was a shift already. 1 o'clock my time. Uh, um,
I can only imagine. Yes.
but yeah, it was not yesterday. Was it yesterday? It felt like I'm like, is it a earthquake or something? Because it felt like something was moving. I'm like,
I'm,
what is that?
I'm telling you, my whole bed, it felt like my whole bed was up about 2 feet up off the ground right after midnight last night, man. I'm
Yeah,
not. And that
yeah.
was hours after my last dose of medicinal. So yeah.
Yeah, I felt that it's been a lot of clarity. It's been a lot of like shift from like go to like, okay, we here now. Just
Yeah,
enjoy, like taking it in
yeah,
stride. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely been some like, especially with this retrograde too. I'm like, somebody gonna get cussed out.
yep,
I'm just gonna put
yep,
that out. I know. And I already
yep.
got one in my inbox that's waiting. So
Oh, yeah. I'm look, I made a new meme today, eat a fresh bag of dicks, and it's got a bunch of them eggplant emojis on it. Yeah, because somebody gonna get it. Yeah.
Yeah, but like she was saying, I do feel that like I just don't give a fuck energy as
Mm-hmm.
well, and I'm glad that I've been able to address a lot of things that were confusing for me. That
Good,
I don't feel confused anymore, and it really is fuck everything else. Like,
good. Thank you for that, Miss Lemons. Anybody else want to share before we get off into the guts of this spring equinox 2025? Court, you good? Lady D, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been experiencing that too.
All right. Talk to us.
Well, um, I've been dealing with my daughter
Mm-hmm.
all this time, and I finally just got it in my chest. Like, I have had enough of this shit.
Not in the chest. Oh, damn. If it's in the chest, yeah, that's for real now. Yeah.
Have so had enough. Now I'm trying to just figure out how to manage that
Mm-hmm.
because I really have had it. And on Vampire Diaries, when they turn off the switch,
Yes. Yes, I know.
my switch is off.
Yes,
But
I
I'm
know.
feeling bad about it though, because I have, grandbabies and stuff, but I just am not, I can't take it anymore.
Hey,
Oh,
hey, hey,
oh,
then you're gonna really enjoy today's uh, opening monologue about the numbers that are affecting the spring equinox. You're gonna really, really enjoy it. So
you,
the
another,
monologue is for
another,
you.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Let me
I
let you.
said, no, the monologue is for you, especially.
Okay, good. I'm looking forward to it. I was going to say another thing that has been happening for a few months now is that I've been having memories, so clear and vivid memories of things that have happened in my past.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really been blowing my mind. Like, how did I get to where I am now from there? It's like a story that is being written like
Mm-hmm.
in a book.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. That's your story. That's your book. There it is. That's your book.
thinking about that. It's so heavy. It's so heavy that I feel like I don't have a choice but to write it down.
Well, and I know by writing it out, it will release it from you and back into the cosmos, and it will be cathartic and therapeutic for you as well. Even if you don't do anything but just write it in a notebook and then you just keep it for yourself.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. And we are live. This is on the
Oh,
sevens with
can I
Piper.
chime in?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to say I totally been experiencing that same thing with recall of old memories,
Mm-hmm.
and integrating and moving through. And yeah, like wow, can't believe actually how bad that really was, and really feeling the totality of some of that trauma from the past.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just literally bringing me to my knees, and a lot of releases over the last week.
Good.
And so significant upswing in the last 24 hours. Like, wow. Almost like
Very good.
boomerang, like
That's the shift I'm talking about, right there.
okay, yeah, like I'm like, holy shit. Yeah. So it's really validating to hear you say that.
Yes.
Yeah. And some of the release I had, like, and you had mentioned writing stuff out. Like,
Yes.
I could not even help but write it out.
Yes.
Or
Yep.
I could not even help but lay myself the fuck down and just bawl, not even knowing sometimes what it was.
Yep. Sometimes you don't have a clue. You just have to do what your soul is telling you to do. Right.
Yeah. And my whole left left hip just started spazzing out, like the whole thing.
That's
for
the
like
side.
hours.
That's the side you receive your healing from.
Spazzing out. And then I stood up to walk, and I'm like, oh my God, whose body is this? Like, having to like, yeah, so definitely letting go of a lot, but it's really, really good to fill that upswing. Thank you.
Absolutely. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, if y'all haven't left hip spasms and fluctuations, that is the healing download that is coming through because of the spring equinox. And it is letting you know that there is still something that you're holding on to that needs to be healed. If it's the right side, it's something that you need to release. Left side, receive the healing. Right side, release the drama, trauma, toxicity, whatever it is, and make a clean break of it. This is On the Sevens with Pi Frisbee Metatron, where we come to awaken, ascend, and expand. I am Pi Frisbee Metatron, your hostess with the mostest, and today is a very good day to be me. You know, every day is a very good day to be me. I believe this, I live this, I bees this, and I require this. And I guarantee you this, should you make that mantra a part of your daily rituals, and then go about doing everything that it motivates and inspires you to do, guess what? Your life gets better each and every day exponentially. I'm thankful and grateful for everyone that is here, and I like to proclaim for all, Happy New Year. For the earth, for Mother Gaia, Happy New Year. Feels much more natural of a new year than January 1st does. Anybody agree? Just thumb up or thumb down in the chat box will be fine. If you have not had a birthday this year yet, 2025, today is the next best day to make resolutions or affirmations or intention for the year. Today is the next best day. If you have not had your birthday this year, 2025, if you are still en route to your birthday in 2025, that is the best day to do resolutions or affirmations or intention statements. The next best day is Earth's New Year, which is always on the spring equinox, which is today. All right. This is March 2025 spring equinox Zodiac native soul vibrations. According to the numbers, March 2025 spring equinox's universal ruling number is a 47-11-2. The number 4 in 47 deals with everything we each identify as something that is safe, secure, and stable in and for our lives and our lifestyles. The number 4 deals with our work or our vocation, and the places and how we earn our money, and our physical health, because it takes our physical health to get us to be able to do the work. And it deals with everything that we can produce creatively and or otherwise. Quite plain and simple, the number 4 deals with safety and security and your stability and your home and the things you love and the people you love and the reasons why you love. And it deals with your actual physical home and the 4 walls that are surrounding you in that home. It has everything to do with those things that we consider makes us safe, makes us secure, and makes us stable. So that's a big part of this spring equinox. So I want our minds to be thinking about that. The number 7 in 47 deals with our truth and our search for and journey to and through our many truths and our acquired and inherent knowledge and our lived and learned wisdom and our specialized skills and talents, and how we each use all of these gifts for the betterment of ourselves individually and for the uplifting of humankind collectively. The number 7 deals with spiritual knowledge and your spiritual practices, and it deals with not only your truth but the truth and the wisdom that you've gained and the knowledge you've gained and the specialized skills and talents from all these different jobs and all these different activities that you've been in throughout your life, and how we use these gifts for the betterment of ourselves individually, and that's first, and then for the uplifting of humankind collectively. 7 is the number of mathematics, the one truth that is the same all over this planet. Wherever you go, 1 + 1 = 2. So by combining the vibrations of the number 4 and the number 7, we get the master number 11. 4 + 7 = 11. 11 is the master number of the spiritual messenger. There have been quite a few folks that have had prominent 11-2s. The spiritual messenger can sway the people. When the spiritual messenger stands up and speaks, everybody in the room shuts the fuck up, and they have persuasive speech, and they can be electrifying or educating or whatever, however their niche is. Yeah, they hold sway over the people. Somebody's name who has been brought up constantly these past few years, Mr. Hitler over there in Nazi Germany, he had strong 11-2 numbers in his chart. So we are dealing with that type of charisma, that type of sway, that type of persuasion. 11 is the master number of the spiritual messenger. Wherever the 11 shows up, wherever the spiritual messenger shows up, the crowd has always been waiting for that message. 11 is the master number that spiritualizes everything it touches or influences. Combining the two number 1s together gives us the number 2. Balance, compromise, sensitivity, spirituality, companionship, and connection are the qualities of the number 2. So as we move forward in this season, and as we embrace and fully embrace this March 2025 spring equinox, let's kick it off on a spiritual tip. Let's spiritually look at those things that make us safe and make us feel secure, and those things that stabilize us and stabilize our lives and secure our lifestyles. And let's look at, how we work and where we work and what we do for our work. And then let's take a really good comprehensive look at our physical health and see if our physical health is a hindrance or a helper to the work that we do or the work that we want to do. And then let's really, really boil it down to, what is it that we're producing? What is it that we're doing? On the flip side, let's look at our truth and the search for and our journey through our many truths, which are trials and tribulations. Let's lean into our acquired and inherent knowledge, and let's see if there are ways that we can use it better. And let's begin to count on our lived and learned wisdom much more, instead of just making decisions haphazardly and or making them under duress. And then let's also hone and sharpen our specialized skills and talents. and then how we use those gifts for the betterment of ourselves individually, and then how we uplift humankind collectively. Any comments, any questions, any concerns about the
Can I
first
say
part?
something?
Yes, you can, Victorious.
I was a little disturbed today. There was a woman on the corner today,
Mm-hmm.
and she asked for food.
Mm.
And I was told by one of my coworkers, we don't feed these people
Mm.
because they keep coming back and begging.
Mm-hmm.
And disrupted my mood,
Yeah,
how I felt today.
it's the
I was
these
like,
people part. Yeah.
if that was a cat or a dog, you probably, and somebody brought that to my attention, you probably would have been more willing to feed that animal than to feed a person of color.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very jarring to me.
Wow. Yeah, that's something when the malaise and the depravity of man is getting so bad to where uh, the benevolence of folks is kept to themselves. Yeah, it's a really, really tough situation. Really, really tough. Well, I'm thankful and grateful. Thankful and grateful that you made it through that, and thankful and grateful that you came here this afternoon. I don't know if it's uh, illegal to feed homeless folks in LA, Honeybee. I know um, the last time I was shelter challenged in Los Angeles, um, folks used to come around and feed. And then when I got on my feet and I turned it around and went out and fed folks, I used to go feed people all the way through till about 2006 or 2007. So I don't know if they changed any laws since then. It used to be okay to feed homeless folks in Los Angeles, but I don't know if anything has changed. Uh, yeah, yeah, I know they don't want folks hanging around because of optics and because of the property values, and they are so afraid of Los Angeles turning into San Francisco. If anybody has been or seen how downtown San Francisco looks lately, yes, so. Um,
Can I
but
say something, Mark?
yes, go right ahead.
I was just looking at a YouTube post, and they were talking about the fact that 1 million people have exited California
Mm-hmm.
since 2020.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at New York, it's 500,000 people.
Mm-hmm. Folks
And
are tired of the politics and tired of that bullshit there in Cali. They are.
and I know I don't want to turn this into a political conversation,
Right.
but I just thought that was interesting.
Absolutely. It is. It's just tragic. It's tragic. Thank y'all for that. All right. Now is the time for each of us to narrow down our individual purposes. We each have the opportunity to package up one or two of our goals, desires, and active pursuits and have it ready for launching and manifestation by the fall equinox, which this year is Sunday, September 22nd, 2025. Today, spring equinox 2025 marks the official start of the last year of the final cracks of the old systems, where the very last of the illusions will be revealed, exposed, and legally dealt with. This is again, all of that nonsense and chaos that's going on outside of your reality, leave it outside of your reality. Now is the time to Tap into the 4 and the 7. What makes you safe? What makes you secure? What makes you stable? What is your truth? What are your specialized skills? What's your inherent knowledge? What's your lived and learned wisdom, and how you use all of that to secure yourself? We are in the beginning of the revelation, exposition, and the legally dealt with part of the illusions. And a lot of the things that all of us on this call have been told and taught and exposed throughout the years, via the public schools, via the colleges we may have went to, the military I was in, the jobs that we have had, and the interactions with the people that we've been with. We're going to find out that most of that shit has been a fucking lie. Most of it. And we're also going to find out that our government has been the biggest liar of all. So, and it has to be like this. It has to come out the way that it's going to come out. And it has to crumble the way that it's going to crumble for there to ever be a chance for it to be a better way for everybody. So, that is something that I want us all to wrap our minds around. Now is the time for each of us to narrow down our individual purposes. Package up 1 or 2 of your goals, desires, or active pursuits. Get it ready for launch by the fall equinox. This is today starts the official last year of the final cracks of the old system, and all of the illusions, all of the lies, all of the mistruths, all of them will be revealed, exposed, and legally dealt with. Today, we enter into our final training year. 2024 and 2025 were our cosmic and esoteric and spiritual final training years. And each of us is definitely feeling the pull towards personal refinement and individual spiritual ascension and financial advancement. Between today and the fall equinox, we each should be willingly learning, adjusting, growing, and then positioning ourselves according to our narrowed down purpose and our highest good. This is review time. This is brush up on your skills time. This is make refinements and adjustments in the ways and means of living and being time. This is growing from mistakes and disappointment time. And then once you have done the learning, the adjusting, and the growing, then you position yourself according to your narrowed down purpose and your highest good. Now is the time for each of us to begin to strengthen our internal alignment. Before any of us can build, teach, or lead, we each must be energetically unshakable and unmovable. Now is the time for each of us to do the necessary work that enables each of us to clear our fields. What I mean by that, we each must remove distractions, dead weight and going nowhere relationships, and any other situations, associations, happenings, and events that drains our physical, mental, or emotional energy and weakens our individual power. Now is the time for each of us to refine our rituals with daily spiritual practices such as meditation, yoga, Reiki, master breathing, chart reading, card pulling, and any other esoteric discipline that will keep you aligned with the cosmos and that empower your master self. Now is the time for each of us to master the laws of manifestation. This emerging reality will be built by those of us that truly understand how to direct, control, and manipulate cosmic energy. As long as each of us is cosmically aligned with our individual circadian rhythms and are doing the necessary soul core healing work, and we each are clearly focused on manifesting our own goals, desires, and active pursuits, nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, will be able to disrupt your natural flow or distract you or knock you off your individual soul's journey. No external chaos will be able to penetrate your emerging reality. No internal chaos will be able to even materialize. And no inner circle conflicts will derail you. Now is the time to say yes
Yes.
to yourself. Any comments, any questions, any concerns about the numbers?
Absolutely. Mark, I was on the phone. My father called me today
Mm-hmm.
and he tells me what I need to do, right?
Right.
And he says, you need to change your message. You need to be straight and narrow. You can't have all this fancy stuff, anything authentic, nothing. He didn't say the word authentic, but that's
Right.
you gotta be, hi, this is Nikki, and bye. Leave a message, bye. I had a like a mission impossible. Anyway, moving forward, he says, and you got to leave the dark stuff alone. And I was like, dark stuff? You know, the Zen and the whole crystals and all that. You got to leave that alone if you want to get a good job. If you really, really want it, you got to, looking for my next step, right?
Right.
And how you represent yourself on media.
Right.
And so he says this to me, and I'm like, yeah, Dad, okay. Because that's where I was like, I don't care what you say. I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. I'm not going to take my whole persona down
Mm-mm.
to conform to a Mr. Smith or Ms. Smith version.
Nope.
Just to get a position. If they don't like me and they look on my social media and says, she's into some spirituality, she's into this and that, I don't think we want to hire her. Then maybe that's just not the place for me.
Look,
No matter how much you're paying.
Look, I've always felt this. If you don't want to give me a job because of the amount of melanin in my skin, I don't fucking want to work for your ass anyway.
And so I said, okay, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sit here and take down the fact that I'm an oracle, I'm an energy healer, I read cards, I'm an intuitive. I'm not going to stop my show.
That's
I'm
part
not
of
going to
your.
stop sharing my meditation practices with others. I'm not going to stop reading quantum books to people. I'm not going to stop because you think that they're not going to like me. And that's all I got to say about that.
Can I chime in on what she has to say about that?
Absolutely.
One of the things that I realized about my true power is my sensitivity and learning and understanding and overstanding that I'm an empath.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to think it was a weakness. And what I realized is that it's a superpower.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that I realized, chiming in on what she just said, is why do I have to make myself smaller to make you feel empowered?
Right.
And so I love what she just said, and being sensitive, being an empath, being whatever you want to call it, but whatever, at the end of the day, being sensitive, being empathic, it's a superpower.
It is.
And I love what she said. And one of the things that I realized is that a lot of times I had to make myself feel small in order to make people feel empowered. And think about this government that we're dealing with. They have small minds and they need all this bravado and they need to feel empowered. Like real people empowered don't need all the praise. And so actually, I'm gonna leave it at that. But like when it's all said and done, something is very wrong with this country right now, and we need to fix it. All of us, every one of us. And I'm done.
All right. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. According to the cards, March 2025 spring equinox outlook vibration. This is how the season and how the 6 months between the spring equinox and the fall equinox. This is our overview or our outlook for that. Card I pulled for that one is the 6 of clubs. Using your intuition to find your purpose in life. The 6 of clubs is the card of intuition. Its presence in your cards can indicate a time when your intuition will be stronger than usual. It is also the card of responsibility in speech and communication and of making compromises to maintain a peaceful surrounding. When this card shows up, situations will arise that promote bringing your life into balance and stability. Whatever is out of balance will have to be adjusted, so there may be karmic debts to pay. On a more universal level, the presence of the 6 of clubs can indicate a time when we can become aware of a special purpose in our life, something to do with sharing higher knowledge with others. It has also been called the way showers card. Thus, it can be a harbinger of an important mission for you, one which will lead you to a higher purpose and lifestyle in the spiritual sense. The 6 of clubs is a card of intuition and finding one's personal or professional path or destiny. If you are inclined towards development of your psychic ability, or if you use it professionally, this could be a 6-month season of much progress in those areas. Your natural intuitive abilities are heightened for this season, and they become more the focus of your attention. Overall, this should be a season of relative stability for you. Peace and harmony with respect to all your communications are the order of the season. To maintain this harmony, one often has to make compromises and be willing to see things from other people's point of view. Another aspect of this card is that of dealing with honesty and responsibility in communications. Under this powerful influence, you may have experiences that help you appreciate the value of these qualities, both in yourself and in others. Bottom line is, if you're lying, stop lying. And if you're not lying, don't start. And no hidden agendas. If you are calling me because you want to ride to the store, don't start off by telling me how nice it was about something else. Don't be going around the bush. Don't be doing no passive aggressive communication. Get straight to the point. Be honest and responsible in your communications. Tap into your intuition. It will not steer you wrong between now and this fall equinox. Trust your intuition. Trust it, trust it, trust it, trust it, trust it. Even if your mind is saying something different, whatever your intuition is telling you, trust that. And then begin to allow your intuition and your soul to show you exactly what your purpose is, if you don't know what your purpose is. If you know what your purpose is, then begin to narrow it down. If you don't know what your purpose is, allow your intuition and your soul to begin to reveal it to you. Any comments, any questions about the overview or the theme of this 6-month season? Nope. All right. Our March 2025 spring equinox change agent vibration is the 9 of diamonds. Financial endings or endings of something valued. The 9 of diamonds is often associated with financial losses of one kind or another, yet its true meaning is that of a completion in regards to some values that we have been holding. For this reason, it could be an indicator of the ending of a certain kind of work that you have been doing for a long time, or the ending of a certain pursuit. This could be the pursuit of some financial goal, some relationship, or some other thing that is valued. When money does seem to be lost under the 9 of diamonds, keep in mind that this is just the preparation for a new cycle of incoming money. Sometimes we need to spend some money to stimulate more to come in. During this 6-month season, you will find yourself often confronted with financial outlays of one kind or another, and these may truly tax your sense of prosperity and well-being. Let me just say this real quick. If you are continually laying out money in this 6 months, that means that you continually have it. So think about it like that. If you continually paying some shit, that means you continually have the money to pay. Whether you are investing this money for the future, giving it to charity, losing it on investments, paying it out on needed expenses, or having unexpected financial outlays such as cars breaking down, you will have to let go of some money this season. The only attitude that will help you retain peace of mind is that of letting go and having faith that you will be provided for by the universe. This season is a cycle of money going out. These are always followed by cycles of money coming back in. This can also be a season when you complete your involvement with a certain type of work or money-making venture or occupation. Usually, when this card shows up, we tend to resist letting go of any means of support that has perhaps outlived its real meaning in our lives. Sometimes this card will signal a time when this job or occupation is taken away from us against our will. If we realize that the time has come to move on and simply accept the timing of things, we can flow with this onto something much better.
We're talking about the 6 of diamonds.
9 of diamonds.
9. That's the black people card.
9 of diamonds. Yeah.
I said that out loud.
Yeah. 9 of diamonds.
Yeah, that was the enslavement card, but that's another story.
9 of diamonds.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. Next up, we have our March 2025 spring equinox manifesting energy vibration, which is the Ace of Spades. Secrets revealed, death and the rebirth. The Ace of Spades means a secret of some kind. This card was the emblem for many of the secret societies of old, being the key to the mysteries. As such, it represents the truth that lies behind the veil of illusion. So it has often been the symbol for the study and pursuit of esoteric knowledge and mystical wisdom. The Ace of Spades is also one of the traditional cards for death, change, and transformation. With this mystical card in your spread, it is certain that you will go through some sort of death and rebirth, or at least some important and powerful changes. Another facet of the Ace of Spades is the desire for work. Since all aces represent new beginnings, the ace of spades can come up when we are preparing to launch a new job or occupation. Whatever is the nature of your change agent card this year, which is the 9 of diamonds, add to its meaning that you are wanting to make a total change in your life in relation to it. Whether that card is a card of someone you know, or the card representing a state of mind, or something to do with your health or work or lifestyle choice, the Ace of Spades, as the manifesting energy card, says that a radical change is in the works in relation to that energy, person, or thing. Not only that, this is a change that you want for yourself and one that you are motivated to work for. If that change agent card is one of a spiritual challenge, which a 9 of diamonds is a spiritual challenge, it is likely that some inner exploration to the roots of your being, to your soul core level, will be necessary to affect this change. If that card is one of strength or power that you are attempting to manifest in your life, this Ace of Spades indicate that this is a major change for you from the past. The change will happen, and that is a guarantee of this card. Keep in mind also that the Ace of Spades is one of the traditional death cards. It is possible that someone you are associated with will pass on during this 6-month season. If that is the case, you can be sure that this transition will have a major effect on you and set you on a new course in life in some fundamental and important way. Any comments, any questions, any concerns about our manifesting energy card? All right. Our March 2025 spring equinox environmental upgrade vibration is the 9 of hearts. Emotional endings and completions in and of love. The 9 of hearts can be a card of emotional disappointment and personal losses on the affectional level. However, this is the card of completions in love and of universal love. Yes, the 9 of hearts can signal the ending of one or more key relationships. If so, it is most likely that these relationships are no longer doing you any good. It is time for them to end, whether or not you realize this at the time that they happen. However, the 9 of hearts can also represent our helping others by counseling them or in some way sharing our love and compassion with them. It means a giving of love in a more or less selfless manner. One or more of your relationships is coming to an end. And if you look deep inside yourself, you may discover that there are good reasons for the ending, that it will be good for you and for the other as well. This card often means disappointment. However, that is the case only when we resist the ending. If you let go and let the universe take care of you, you could experience the heightened spiritual awareness and high consciousness that is also represented by this powerful card. Involvement in work that gives loves to others, especially large groups of people, is slated for great success this season. You are a giver. All right. The March 2025 spring equinox observer seat vibration is how we'll be seeing shit. The 3 of hearts, emotional restlessness and creativity. The 3 of hearts signifies creativity or indecision and affection that can manifest in different ways. This could indicate having 2 or more love interests at the same time, or simply that we are unsure of where to place our affections. This indecision can lead to either more fun or worry and fear, depending upon how we handle it. This card's influence usually occurs at a time when we are wanting to learn about love through experimentation and variety. Its presence usually means that we will not be making any hard or fast relationships commitments until later. On a positive note, Three of Hearts is a card of self-expression, and its presence can indicate that we are talking more, expressing our feelings, and meeting new people. Here's the bottom line. This could be a season when you branch out, either socially or romantically, in an attempt to learn more about love and relationships. Therefore, you may feel somewhat unsettled about your current relationship status, and at times you may even worry about getting affection. Don't worry about all of that. You possess a certain amount of charm this season that can help you meet new people. There will also be some favorable changes that take you in new directions that are more profitable. Any comments? Any questions? It's about coming out of our comfort zone, opening up to more than just our inner circle of people, and really just reimagining what our ideas about love and relationship and partnership and connection, be it intimate or interpersonal or business or spiritual or whatever it is. Our March 2025 spring equinox learning and growth vibration is the King of Hearts. Mastery of emotion brings stability. The King of Hearts, being the highest card in the suit of love, rules through love, compassion, and wisdom. He has all the power and knowledge of love and knows how to use it. Thus, when this card appears, it gives you the opportunity to have more control over your feelings, emotions, and romantic impulses. This will bring more success in all of your relationships, personal, intimate, interpersonal, co-worker, your relationship with the checkout chick at the store, with the postman, with whoever. Right. For men, this is also the card of the loving father and of sexual enjoyment. Thus, it can indicate the conception or birth of a child. So men, you better watch it this 6 months. You better watch it. If you don't want a baby, then you know what you need to do. For ladies, the King of Hearts represents the perfect lover or companion. And so it often indicates having an enjoyable sexual relationship, or in some cases, marriage. Yet, for all of us, the King of Hearts brings success in dealing with our own emotions, success with the public, and in any of the artistic fields, and romantic success in one form or another. Through emotional self-control, wisdom, and healing power, you will be able to overcome any difficulties that may arise during this season. Success with health matters, doctors, or other areas will be attributed to your emotional maturity. You have the highest suit of love's influence now. And even though this responsibility may seem a burden, it promises ultimate success and increasing wisdom. Last thing for you ladies. This card could indicate difficulties from some man who is a romantic interest. And last thing for men, the King of Hearts can indicate your role as a father becoming a little bit more difficult. However, it will be an important aspect of your life throughout the season. And then lastly, our March 2025 spring equinox spiritual expansion vibration is the Two of Clubs. Successful communications need not to be hostile. The Two of Clubs means conversation, communication, sharing ideas, and cooperation on a communication level. However, it is also known as the card of fear and arguing. It's also known as the card of getting your ass cussed the fuck out, too. When it is present, you may feel compelled to talk to others and to establish lines of communication. Look deeper into yourself, and you may discover an inner conflict between your desire to be alone and to be with others. Talking to others may shed more light on this and on who you really are. Just make sure that you are being honest with yourself. During this season, benefits come through sharing your personal quest for knowledge and cooperative efforts involving labor or some kind of community service project. An unexpected meeting of the minds may arise also. This is not a good influence for speculative real estate deals or gambling, as the argumentative nature of the two of clubs could mean problems there. In addition, you must guard against a quarrelsome disposition with those who you live with, work with, or hang out with. Common goals help. Any comments? Any questions? Any concerns about the spring equinox Aries season soul vibe according to the cards? All right, all right. Well, this is what we always come for. According to the planets, if you thought having 2 planets in retrograde during eclipse season was tough enough, you should better buckle up, because 2 asteroids enter retrograde as well this week. The first is Juno, the asteroid of marriage and commitment, going retrograde in Sag yesterday, the 19th. Our commitments will be tested over the next several weeks and months. And as we learn that if we love someone, we have to allow them their own freedom. Today, the sun enters Aries, aligning with the March 2025 spring equinox, which is the universal start of the astrological new year, and it ushers us into a new zodiac season as well as a climate season. While this has been an intense period, this transit gives us the fire we need to overcome any and all challenges. Find courage and keep moving forward. Aries season and the 2025 spring equinox is a time of renewal, action, and bold beginnings, pushing us to take initiative and embrace fresh energy. The equinox also represents balance, reminding us to assess where we stand before diving into new pursuits. The transition from Pisces' introspective waters into Aries' fiery drive signals a turning point, urging everyone to move forward with confidence. We end the week with another retrograde as Vesta turns backward in Scorpio on tomorrow, Friday, March 21st. With the asteroid of dedication moving in reverse, we might have trouble honoring our commitments over the next few weeks and months. Sometimes we have to let the chips fall where they may. As this solar shift sets the tone for the coming months, expect a surge in motivation and clarity. Aries energy encourages independence, decisiveness, and courage, ideal for launching projects or asserting oneself more boldly. However, with Venus still retrograde in Aries, it is important to be mindful of impulsive actions, especially in personal and financial matters. Use this time to channel Aries enthusiasm wisely, focusing on your goals, desires, and active pursuits that truly, truly matter. With the sun now leading the way in Aries, along with the freshness of the spring 2025 spring equinox, this season invites us to step into our power, embrace new challenges, and set intentions that align with our deepest ambitions. Any comments? Any questions? How'd I do, Miss Williams? How'd I do, Victorious?
I have a question for you. What do you think about this short span of non-retrograde planets that we're dealing with right now? Because normally we have a couple months of where we don't have retrograde planets.
But it's going to be
This
like
year,
a week.
it's like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I believe that because of all of the other cosmic energy that's going on and the the cavalcade of planets that, lined up 7 in a row, 6 in a row, and this spring equinox and the cosmic pull uh, uh, back to Mayat and back to Kismet and back to balance. I believe the short span of no retrograde is by design. It's for us to have. It's for us to take action faster. It's
Immediately, right?
for us to be
That's
immediate
the same.
and to be sure about what it is that we're going to do. Don't be taking no time to be hemming and hawing and BSing back and forth. Make a decision, do the work, and then take off with it and get going. And don't be looking backwards. Don't be looking backwards. Yeah.
So it's interesting that because one of the things that made me pay attention to it is that when my passport expired, it
Mhm.
expired doing what was that? COVID.
Okay.
And now I need to renew. And I could have renewed it before, but
Mhm.
like now there is a need to get it done now because I heard that during the summer it's going to, like, if we don't renew our passports now
Mhm.
immediately. And my question to you is that right now Venus and Mercury, and I'm talking to you as an astrologer,
Mhm.
I'm trying to wait to renew everything when we have that little 3-week period to
Yeah.
get everything done. But here's the thing too. I need to renew my passport, so I should probably be doing that right now,
Well,
right?
you could start the
The
application
process
process
right
of a
now.
renewal, but I wouldn't, if I'm you, I wouldn't do anything until after April 20th. I wouldn't do shit. I
But that's
wouldn't,
my birthday.
right. I wouldn't be concerned about renewing passports and making financial decisions and none of that. I would just ride, I
Until
would just
after
keep
April
my head
20th.
ducked and tucked for 30 days. Yep.
Okay.
And just empower and be mindful of everything that is currently manifesting properly in your reality. But as far as making decisions and renewing passports and all that, I'd wait until after my birthday.
Okay.
I would.
Good to know.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right. All right. What about you, Miss Lemons?
Of course, you always do a fantabulous job. But I really did correlate with that. The last part you were saying about not really being afraid and just going ahead and just taking the action because, like she was bringing up with the retrograde, it's like we got to renew stuff or we got to review stuff, yes, but even in our events of reviewing things or receiving information, we still have to think of moving forward and not
Yes.
going backwards.
Yes.
So, and we didn't come into the January, fiscal new year with that break of everything moving forward first. It's like now it's probably a lot of stuff that we said we were gonna do, we wanted to do, we just never got around to it. And it's like this is kind of like the year where you really get to do it.
Absolutely, it
So
is.
especially starting with Aries season, like kick off.
Especially, it's like bam, like the Aries done kick the damn door open. Shit, like bam.
Yeah, and then we got this sextile with Pluto for the next couple of days. So it's like really the next 3 days is really dig deep with yourself and like
Yep.
get past like the shame or the guilt or the embarrassment of
Or
not
the
doing
embarrassment, or who knows about it, and all of that horse
right.
shit. Forget all of that horse shit. Yeah.
Just cut through to the bottom line, which is are you gonna do it or not?
Right.
That's it. That's all that matters.
Right. Make a decision. Make a decision.
Mhm.
Can I say something? And
Absolutely.
what she just said, I had a coworker today and she just said, fuck it. Like, she just came to the conclusion today that, like, at the end of the day, what are we fighting for? What are we striving for? Like 20 years, 30 years, 50 years from now, are people going to remember our legacy? What are we really fighting for? And she made me think about something today. What are we really fighting for? And how do we get to where we are today? And it is a problem where we have like 1% of the unit or 1% of people that make all our decisions in life. And
That's
how do
changing,
we
though, babe.
change that?
That's changed. It's changing. The cosmos is doing that. There's nothing that the people can
I
do.
know it's the Pluto
It's
and
changing.
Aquarius.
It's
I know it's
changing.
coming, but at the end of the day, people are concerned.
They
And-
don't have to be concerned if they know
But
that
people
this is.
are.
They shouldn't be. They're uninformed. That's why they're concerned.
I had one of my coworkers have a complete meltdown. She was like, "What the fuck am I here for?"
That's
And
usually
I
a
was
good
like,
indication
this
of somebody starting to wake up and realize.
But that
they
is the
need to
awakening.
change
And
their
that's
life.
what my coworkers were explaining today. It's like it's part of the awakening, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And there's going to be a lot of confusion in
It
the awakening.
is.
There's going to be a lot of sorrow in
And
the
we've all
awakening.
been through this,
And
right?
there's going to be a lot of pain in the awakening, and everybody
And
going to
it's
have to go through
uncomfortable.
their own dark night of the soul in the awakening. Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
It's
Yes,
very
Deidre.
uncomfortable.
Yes, Deidre, go right ahead.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
okay.
gonna mute myself.
It's okay. Go ahead, Deidre.
Well, I would just to the question about what are we going to do about it.
Mm-hmm.
What I heard was it's just all individual. It's like what each person is going to do about their
Absolutely.
journey here,
Absolutely.
personal responsibility, karma, whatever.
Absolutely.
It's totally individual. To
Absolutely.
think of how to get a global people together is too nerve-wracking and out of touch.
Yeah, it's never
Out
going to
of
happen.
touch. Even if well, I won't say that. I won't say that part, but it just seems like the focus to release the worry of that,
Right.
release the stress of that, is that one focuses on one's interpersonal reality.
Let me tell you why I'm saying it'll never happen. As long as you have fiat currency and the chasing of the bag part of this reality, you'll never get a global collective to do shit ever. Because greed will always be a part of that.
Yeah, so if it's out of control, all one has to do, in my observation, in my opinion, is control oneself.
That's it.
Period.
That's all you can do.
And
if
that's a
we
great
each
thing.
and if we each start there, guess what? It'll trickle out to everybody else. If everybody is controlling themselves, then yeah, the place gets better exponentially. Absolutely.
Yeah. I remember, this is a little bit far-fetched, but oh my gosh. So I came out of the church.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a couple of, this one main person that is so religious. And she made a comment, it's Jesus, 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 Jesus. And I don't have anything against Jesus. However, the reality is you can't preach Jesus or anything to anyone more than you can share the love and personal growth within yourself to draw someone to know themselves, to know
Absolutely.
love, to know God,
Absolutely.
period. So a bunch of mouth work is irritating, it's irrelevant, it doesn't work on a lot of people, especially those who are coming to an understanding or insight. It's better to show with who you are and what you do and what you have grown to come to through your own personal experiences in maturity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely. Thank you for that. All right, we're getting ready to go into the Zodiac native soul vibration. So listen for your sun sign, of course, your rising or your ascendant sign, your moon sign. If you have a stellium in your chart, and if you have 3 or more placements of something in your chart, you want to listen to that one too. However, before we get started, I see 2 folks. I want to welcome into the show Suzette Thompson. Would you
Those are
unmute
my
your,
coworkers.
would
in
you unmute
Tanya.
yourself, please, and introduce yourself real quick? I'll come back to Suzette.
Yes,
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
trying to do it. I'm doing it from the phone, but hello, everybody.
Hi, Suzette. How are you?
I'm great. I am one of Giselle's coworkers, and I'm excited to be here. And I'm happy that I came in because catching that last wind of what you were explaining and saying actually helped to put a lot of things in perspective for me.
Good, good. I'm grateful for you to be here. Um, and because we have two new folks today. We got two folks that won readings today, Suzette Thompson and Tonia. Tonia, unmute yourself and tell us.
It's Tanya.
Tanya. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's my coworker too.
Unmute yourself though. Tell her you got to unmute yourself.
You still muted. Because she got a lot to say.
I know.
I don't have a lot to say. Hi,
Yes, you do.
I'm Tanya, and she is talking about me. I wouldn't necessarily call it a meltdown, more so
Okay.
than it's just like I'm just trying to like really figure it out. Like nothing makes sense to me. Like nothing.
Okay.
It makes no sense. Even when, even with the astrology part, like none of it makes sense because like I told them, at the end of the day, if you believe religiously or scientifically, everything is supposed to not exist more. And I know that's not because it's all energy, but
Right.
at the same time, I'm in a struggle right now. So
Okay.
that's and if they say it's an awakening, I'll accept that, and
Well,
I appreciate the
I can
information.
I can guarantee that both Tanya and Suzette, I guarantee you that both of y'all have multiple Jack of Spades in your card spread for this year because it is the awakening, and I am going to uh, uh, I'm going to have Justel give you guys my email address or my phone number, and you guys text me after the show and let me know who it is, and then I'll send to you what I need. But Tanya and Suzette, you both get mastered self, a complimentary mastered
I didn't
self
get it.
reading. You get a
Hold
complimentary
on.
mastered self reading.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I got you, Tanya.
Okay, all right. Thanks.
I'm so happy you guys showed
Thank
up
you.
because we had a whole meltdown. We had a situation at work today. And yeah, I'm not gonna go into it, but this my girl.
I
I've heard her
guarantee
life.
you, I guarantee
Yeah.
you your individual zodiac native soul vibrations, I guarantee you to explain what was.
If I tell you her astrological makeup, it will all make sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's going through what she needs to go through right now, and she's are you at the beach right now?
I'm about to go now. That's why I jumped. I was driving when you sent it to me, and I couldn't jump on. But then when you were like, "This was for Tanya," she needed.
I knew you needed to see this.
I had to jump on, and it was like,
Okay.
I drive and see what's going on.
I'm sorry, Mark. I'm
It's
not
all right.
interrupting
It's
your
all right.
podcast, but we had a whole situation. It's the eclipse. She needed to see this today. And
Yeah, it's a lot going on. It's
yes,
a
it
lot.
is.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
a lot.
like this is real life right now, right?
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, this
Yes.
ain't no play time no more. This
No,
is
it's not.
going on, and there's some things that individually we can control ourselves, and then
Thank you, Tanya, for showing
there's a
up.
lot of shit that is out of our control, and there's no need to even concern yourself with because it's already happening. So it's gonna be vital. As soon as show is over, you text me. Justel will give you the number. You guys text me, and I definitely want to get in your chart, Tanya. Definitely want to get in your chart. All right.
I got you, girl. I keep telling you. I got you.
And I guarantee you, I got some answers for you. I got some
Yes,
answers.
he do.
All right.
All right.
So
I'm sorry, Mark.
it's okay.
I'm gonna chime out and I'm gonna let you do your show.
All right. Now, Zodiac native soul vibrations, you listen for your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, your ascendant sign, if you got a stellium, and if you have 3 or more placements of a sign in your chart. Aries natives, this one is for you. Relationships might not be able to go the distance when Juno goes into retrograde in your expansion zone on Wednesday the 19th. There could be a major divide between you and a lover over the next few months. Whether this distance is spiritual, mental, physical, or emotional, hold it, someone might have a wandering eye. The sun enters your sign today, the spring 2025 spring equinox, marking your personal new year. Your energy, confidence, and motivation are on the rise, making this the perfect time to step into the spotlight and take charge. Get out of hibernation and take the lead in your life over the next few weeks and months. Life might be chaotic, my ascending Aries natives, and yet you will have the confidence to take on anything that comes your way. With Venus still retrograde in your sign, you may need to reflect on personal desires before rushing ahead. Let the next few weeks and months be about setting bold intentions while also checking in with what truly fuels your passions. Solidify your personal season with some self-love when the sun conjoins Venus in your sign on Saturday, March 22nd. Fully embrace the power of your season with a major glow up. Go to a spa and try a new look to help you refresh and reset. Have fun and enjoy. Taurus natives, this one is for you. Venus is already retrograde. So this could be a rocky season for relationships when Juno goes into retrograde in your transformation zone yesterday, March 19th. There's a strong possibility of jealousy and bonds being broken. You might have to leave someone behind when they cannot get on the same level as you in the next few weeks and months, my ascending Taurus natives. Aries season and the 2025 spring equinox begins in your 12th house, signaling a time of rest and renewal before your season arrives. You may feel drawn to solitude, reflection, or tying up loose ends. This is a powerful moment for deep healing, releasing old burdens, and preparing for new beginnings. Trust that what is shifting behind the scenes will soon lead you forward. Start the new season with some serious spring cleaning, literal, physical, mental, and emotional. It is time to banish all the chaos from your life and focus on what is truly important. You might have to purify your life with fire to burn the negativity away. Fully embrace the power of this new season by doing some networking when Venus and Aries sextiles Pluto in Aquarius on Friday, tomorrow, March 21st. Relationships you have outside of work can boost your career. Whether someone you know speaks kindly of you or outside sources bring you power, it is easy to get ahead in these next few weeks and months, my ascending Taurus natives. Any comments, any questions, Aries or Taurus? Nope. Okay.
I find the button, but that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
It makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
I'm just say that, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Gemini natives, got one for you. Spring could bring an end to your relationship when Juno goes into retrograde in your partnership zone yesterday, March 20th. March 19th. The next several weeks and months could bring fiery conflicts and misunderstandings. Hold on. When you cannot agree on anything. Consider staying single while you figure yourself out. Opportunities can come through networking, yet Venus retrograde suggests revisiting past connections before diving into something new. Focus on teamwork. However, also make sure your goals align with the people you surround yourself with. The sun's shift into Aries and the 2025 spring equinox energizes your social sector, making this a great time to connect, collaborate, and put yourself out there. Fortunately, after a long hibernation, you are eager to dust off your social calendar. Even with the retrogrades, you can boldly go off on adventures and make new friends. Get passionate about social causes, my ascending Gemini natives, and have people join you in your fight. Meeting new people can open you to new discoveries when the sun sextiles Pluto in Aquarius on Sunday, March 23rd. You might learn something new about yourself that changes your life. From a friend offering a unique perspective to finding a new passion, keeping an open mind will be rewarding. Enjoy. Cancer natives, got one for you. The start of Aries season and the spring equinox could be sour when Juno goes into retrograde in your productivity zone yesterday, March 19th. Healthy relationships can easily become toxic thanks to unproductive communication and selfish lovers. Do not get sucked into negative energy, my ascending Cancer natives. It is pretty draining to always be the caretaker. This is a great time to push forward professionally, yet with Venus retrograde, be mindful of how you assert yourself in leadership roles. Confidence is the key. However, avoid unnecessary conflict. Use this energy to set clear goals and take bold, strategic steps forward. If you have been lazy about your 2025 resolutions, you will have another opportunity to work on them when the sun enters Aries and the spring 2025 equinox and your ambition zone today, March 20th. Your deepest ambitions will be fueled with new fire as you tackle your goals with determination. It could boost your reputation. Start by taking the lead in your career when the sun conjoins Venus in your ambition zone on Saturday, March 22nd. You can achieve your goals if you are willing to rise above the rest. Use this energy to build your image and make a name for yourself. Your reputation can and will take you far. Leo natives, this one is for you. The grass is always green on the other side of the fence. At least that is the vibe when Juno goes retrograde in your pleasure zone on Wednesday, March 19th. While it is tempting to start the spring footloose and fancy-free, my ascending Leo natives, do not throw away a good thing because you are bored. The sun moves into Aries and the 2025 spring equinox stations direct, lighting up your ninth house of expansion and adventure today, March 20th. This is a time to break free from routine, explore new perspectives, or dive into something that excites your curiosity. Whether through travel, education, or personal growth, embrace opportunities to broaden your horizons. Just be mindful of impulsive decisions. Plan before you leap. After a long winter of hibernation, you are ready to pack your bags and get moving. Even with the retrogrades, this is a great time to boldly go on adventures and make discoveries. Be open to anything that comes your way. Fully embrace the power of Aries season and the 2025 spring equinox by meeting people from all walks of life as the sun conjoins Venus in your expansion zone Saturday, March 22nd. This is a great time to meet people on your travels or give a long distance relationship an attempt. Mutual passion and understanding can help any relationship thrive.
Can I just say, Tanya, I hope you heard that today after our discussion today. I hope she heard that conversation or that message.
Okay. I'm sure she did.
I hope she did.
All right. All right. Virgo natives, this one is for you. Home might not be where the heart is over the next several weeks and months. Once Juno goes into retrograde in your family zone on Wednesday, March 19th. The strong support system you have built could be torn apart by doubt and jealousy. There is plenty of conflict in your domestic affairs as you feel a strong pull to wander from home. Remember the ties that keep you rooted in love, my ascending Virgo natives. Venus retrograde urges caution with financial risks, and yet it is a great time to dig deep and strengthen what truly matters. Move forward with clarity and intention. Aries season and the 2025 spring equinox activates your 8th house today, March 20th, putting themes of transformation, finances, and deep connections in focus. This is a powerful moment to reassess shared resources, investments, or emotional bonds. The next few weeks and months will bring plenty of chances to your life as the seasons change. Make some major moves and go through an emotional rebirth. Shed your old skin and prepare for bright beginnings. Strong bonds can be developed when the sun conjoins Venus in your transformation zone on Saturday, March 22nd. This is a great period to transform your relationship and yourself as you take things to the next level. Libra natives, got one for you too. A thoughtless word could easily spin your life out of control when Juno goes into retrograde in the communication zone on Wednesday, March 19th. So watch what you say over the next several weeks and months. While it is easy to jump to conclusions, my ascending Libra natives, you could break a few hearts, including your own, if you let jealousy take over. Remember to think before you snoop. Venus retrograde may bring up past dynamics to review, so take time to consider what needs adjusting before moving ahead with new commitments. With the sun now in Aries and the 2025 spring equinox upon us, your focus shifts to partnerships and one-on-one connections. Whether in business or personal relationships, this is a time to evaluate how you balance independence and collaboration. Fortunately, love is about to bloom for you, my ascending Libra natives. Even with multiple retrogrades, partnerships can thrive with some care. This is a great time to start a relationship or add a new fire to a current one. Make love, not war. Especially since spring fling season is in full swing when Venus in Aries sextiles Pluto in Aquarius tomorrow, March 21st. Use this energy in the next few weeks and months to work on creative projects, start a love affair, or take on the world with a partner. All right, all right. Scorpio natives, this one is for you. The green-eyed monster could wreak havoc in your life over the next several weeks and months. Once Juno goes retrograde in your value zone on Wednesday, March 19th, jealousy could easily ruin the most solid of relationships. While it is important to value your partnership, do not grow so attached that it consumes you. Aries season and the 2025 spring equinox activates your sixth house of health, work, and daily routines, pushing you to take charge of your habits. Whether it is improving your wellness, refining your schedule, or tackling work projects, this is a great time to get organized and motivated. Just be mindful of burnout. Balance action with self-care for long-term success. If you have let your 2025 resolutions slide lately, you will have an opportunity to restart them. Get ready to tackle your goals and watch your dreams bloom this season and in the months ahead. You've got this, my ascending Scorpio natives. Fully embrace the power of Aries season and the 2025 spring equinox with some family time when Venus in Aries sextiles Pluto in Aquarius on Friday, March 21st. Having healthy and productive relationships in your home can make it a happy one. It's a good season to host a family dinner or do some deep spring cleaning together. Have fun together. Sag natives, this one is for you. In the season of retrogrades, you might have a difficult time putting we before me as Juno goes retrograde in your sign on Wednesday, March 19th. Over the next several weeks and months, you will have a strong urge to look out for number one. While it is important to take care of yourself, remember to have some self-awareness to take care of loved ones. However, Venus retrogrades encourages reflection. Past romances or creative ideas may resurface, giving you a chance to revisit and refine them. The sun enters Aries and the spring equinox stations direct today, March 20th, igniting your creative and romantic sector. This is a season to embrace joy, self-expression, and passion, whether through artistic projects, hobbies, or personal connections. Let inspiration guide you. Even with the retrogrades, you will have opportunities for fun. This is a great time to pursue your passions with boldness and joy. From working on creative projects to going to concerts, attempt to find your bliss. Fully embrace the power of Aries season and the 2025 spring equinox with passion, pleasure, and romance when the sun conjoins Venus in your pleasure zone on Saturday, March 22nd. You are determined to have fun this entire season, my ascending Sag natives. So consider giving yourself a glow up and attending entertaining events. All right. I get excited when we get to my corner of the Zodiac because these next two are definitely all about and for me. Cappy natives, this one is for you. Get ready for some rocky times in your relationships as Juno goes into retrograde in your subconscious zone on Wednesday, March 19th. With two romantic planets in retrograde, you might want to consider staying single and focusing on yourself and your inner healing. Otherwise, you could be drained by energy vampires. Good luck. Venus retrograde suggests revisiting past dynamics. So use this time to heal and create a stable environment. All right. Aries season and the 2025 spring equinox energizes your home and personal life, making this a great season for domestic projects, family matters, or emotional resets. Whether it is reorganizing your space or reconnecting with loved ones, focus on strengthening your foundation. Spring arrives this week and you are feeling like a homebody. This is a great time to put down roots like settling down or starting or expanding your family. Put your passion into building your dream life this season. You've got this, my ascending Capricorn natives. Home continues to be where your heart is when the sun sextiles Pluto in Aquarius on Sunday, March 23rd. This is a great time to upgrade your space with some luxuries and spend time with your loved ones to build a stronger bond. All right. All right. I got that. I can deal with that. Aquarius natives, this one is for you. There could be some trouble brewing in your friend group when Juno goes into retrograde in your social zone on Wednesday, March 19th. Over the next several weeks and months, jealousy and anger could cause major issues. Loyalties might be tested as you discover who your real friends are. With Venus retrograde, be mindful of how you express yourself. Past misunderstandings could resurface, offering a chance for clarity. The sun in Aries and the 2025 spring equinox highlights your third house of communication, learning, and connections. This is a season to share ideas, engage in conversations, and refine your message. Writing, speaking, or short trips may be especially energizing. As the snow melts away, spring gives you the gift of gab when the sun enters Aries in your communication zone. As the weather gets warmer, you are eager to test innovative ideas despite all the current retrogrades. Take it slowly and attempt writing down these ideas before you get carried away. Fully embrace the power of Aries season and the 2025 spring equinox by saying what you mean and meaning what you say when the sun sextiles Pluto in your sign on Sunday, March 23rd. Take charge and stand up for yourself in these coming weeks and months. Speaking your truth can help you overcome any obstacle. It is time to find your voice, my ascending Aquarius natives. All right. And then finally, Pisces natives. I got one for you too. The next several weeks and months could cause some tension in your life when Juno goes retrograde in your career zone on Wednesday, March 19th. You all want to get ahead, so you might get into power struggles as working relationships get tense. While it is tempting to go solo, my ascending Pisces natives, do not give up on the people who helped get you to this point. Venus retrograde suggests reviewing past spending patterns or business decisions before making big moves. Step forward with confidence and clarity. Aries season and the 2025 spring equinox brings a focus on finances and self-worth, pushing you to take action on money matters, whether it is budgeting, negotiating, or exploring new income streams. This is a time to set strong financial intentions. Spring is here, and your self-esteem is about to bloom when the sun enters Aries and your value zone today. This is a great time to plant the seeds of self-worth as you work hard to make your dreams come true. Be bold and go after what you want. Fully embrace the power of Aries season and the 2025 spring equinox by treating yourself to something nice when the sun conjoins Venus in your value zone. You have money burning a hole in your pocket, so spoil yourself with something nice. And as always, I want everybody to remember, always be authentically you, unapologetically, as your mastered self awaits you. Zen Uru, Zen Uru, Zen Uru. Any comments, any questions about any of the things I've covered today, any of your specific signs that I read or any other things that we need to know?
I was kind of cross watching, listening to,
Oh,
and yeah, it's real interesting how things just on point. It's perfect.
all right. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Honeybee, go right ahead.
I again like Lainey was saying, I'm listening to all the signs that you were covering, and I was sitting there. I started with the Taurus, and then listened to everything as you went on. I was like, oh, that's accurate. That's accurate too. That's also very accurate. Then when you got to Aquarius, I was like, oh man, because man, like I don't even want to go into like full detail about it, but it's just it's been a lot of questioning um, people that have been close to me or particular persons that have been close to me, and I'm like, maybe I should go ahead and release this, but you hit the nail on the head as usual.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Victorious. Go right ahead.
So here's an interesting thing. We're dealing with the age of Aquarius. We're also in the age of Kali, right? The fourth stage of the Indian,
Mm-hmm.
the Kaliyu is
Kali
what
you.
they call it? Yeah.
Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga.
Thank
you. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. And so what we're experiencing right now is normal.
absolutely.
We
Yeah.
don't understand it, and people are having complete meltdowns,
Yep.
and people are losing their minds right now. And what we're experiencing right now is very natural.
Yeah.
It's the four stages of life. And
Right.
right now we're in the winter stages of what life
Of the old ways. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've
I,
been through. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to just let everybody on here know that I am preparing a series on what exactly is happening, because when I refer to a return to Mayat, a return of Kismet,
Maya,
a re-
MAAT, right?
yeah, a return to
Yes.
balance, it's a process that is happening. And like I said, today starts the final 360 days of the final training years. After
Tanya, I
that,
need you to listen to this.
yeah, after this, yeah, 2026, 2027, 2028, the real destruction of the old systems is going to take place. This is a 7-year system where all of this shit has to come tumbling down. The political system has to come tumbling down. The court system has to come tumbling down. The criminal justice system has to come tumbling down. The higher education and the colleges system has to come tumbling down. How we do business has to come tumbling down. The banking system has to come tumbling down. The real estate system has to come tumbling down.
Tanya, I hope you're listening to this, because she had a whole conversation today. She was like, what is all this for? And I wish you would chime in on this, because she was like, why are we living? Why do we exist today?
And what is happening is all of this stuff is going to implode, and then the return of Mayat is going to come and usher in balance. It's going to usher in Kismet. It's going to usher in peace, and it's going to usher in equal access for all of the people. I don't know what the fullness of the system is going to be, but it's going to be.
And people are going to perish.
Some people are going to die. Yeah.
Yeah, especially the people that are not paying attention.
And the low level vibrators.
Absolutely.
And the ones who
It's okay. They're gonna die. Nobody's getting out of this world alive.
The ones who choose to stay victims, they're going to get crumbled up. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. So I can encourage you.
Nothing to worry about, Suzette. Nothing at all to worry about.
It's not Suzette. It's Suzette.
No, she put something in the chat.
Yeah, because we had a whole conversation about this today, and trust me, I have gone through this point. What is it? the darkness of the soul.
The dark night of the soul. Yes.
Yeah, and you know what? We go through these periods like it happens periodically. It's not a constant thing, but it's the greatest thing that can ever happen in your life because it wakes you up and it makes you see life in a different perspective.
Absolutely.
Like today, I was told not to give food to a homeless person because they're going to keep coming back and begging, but you'll give food to a cat or a dog. And I'm like, make that make sense.
See,
that bothers me.
See, that's one of those things where you really, I got into the discussion with somebody the other day about the pitfalls of attempting to legislate morality. You can't make a law make somebody like another person. So what? You're going to make a law that is illegal to discriminate against dark green people? Well, that's just going to send the folks who don't like dark green people, it's going to send them underground anyway. You can't legislate morality. You can't legislate. You can't make somebody be compassionate for someone that is less fortunate than them. All you can do, see, this is what I do, is in that situation, instead of you taking on some sorrow about that and feeling some type of way, because I can sense that, I would have told the person who told you not to feed the homeless person because they keep coming back. I would have told them just like this. Well, I wish you the karma your life deserves.
The sad thing is I work for a nonprofit organization that I'm gonna shut up because I might get myself.
Yeah. We don't want to get.
Yeah, I ain't put nobody on class, but like
the person who told us not to, they, gosh, how do you explain them?
It disturbed me, Suzette.
Yeah, I know it could be nice, but it's just like, they have certain ways. I guess it's the best I could explain.
I was a little disturbed by that, and I woke up in a good mood, and when I heard that, I was just like,
during this 6 months between today and the the fall equinox, people are going to show their ass, and they're going to show you who they really are. Who they really are. So this is my advice. When someone shows you who they are, believe their ass the first fucking time. Don't have to do it 3 or 4 times for you to believe it. When they show you who they really are, or who you really are to them, believe them the first time. Believe it. Don't be thinking, oh, I'm going to go to them and see if we can reconcile this. No. If they show you that they care less than something about you, believe them the first time and leave them to their own devices. This is about lightening yourself. It's not about carrying burdens around. I talk about it like this. Those burdens and those feelings is like that old 70s Samsonite luggage that had no rollers, no wheels on it. That big ass shit that was weighed about 70 pounds before you even put some clothes in it. Yeah, you want to be carrying that thing around, or I got a little fanny pack of my issues right now. Is a little fanny pack, and it's flat to my side because I ain't got no issues. I don't have no. I've been done got rid of my 70s luggage. Been done got rid of it. So yeah, it's getting to the point to where you're gonna have to cocoon yourself, especially when you out there in the streets, I call them, of corporate America. Even if it's a for-profit or non-profit, it's still corporate America. When you out there in them streets, you have to cocoon yourself. So you got to do some meditation and some breath work before you go up in there. And I would have followed my truth. And if I felt like feeding the person, I'd have gave it to him and looked at somebody like, what? Or if I didn't want to cause a problem. Well, no, knowing me, I want to cause a problem, so I'd have handed it to him. But if you didn't want to cause a problem, I just would have snuck my ass down there after the little hoo-ha went over and gave him the food anyway.
But you know, there are places where it's illegal to feed homeless people today.
Is it in anywhere in LA?
I don't know.
Because Honeybee asked that question earlier, and I used to feed folks. I don't know if, like I said, when I left California, I left their politics alone. So I don't know if they do that. I do know that there are places. Oh yeah. There's some places in LA. Yeah, there's some places in LA.
There was actually a place in Houston where there was a guy that continuously got
There's some places in
Cali.
for specific places
where he got fined for feeding the homeless people, and
there's some places in New York, and there's some places
crazy.
in other states. Yeah,
that's scary.
There's some places where they don't want you feeding the homeless folk.
That's scary.
And most people don't realize, unless you are upper elite, all of us is 3 missed paychecks from being homeless.
But what do we do about this at the end of the day?
What you do about this is you focus in on what makes you safe, what makes you secure, what makes you stable, focusing on your specialized skills, your talents, your inherent and acquired knowledge, your lived and learned wisdom. You put those two together, you focus in on 1 or 2 of your goals, desires, and active pursuits, and you create your own fucking economy. That's what you do.
Your own business, right?
Yeah, that's what you do.
But to be on the safe side,
Tanya always talks about that.
To be on the safe side, what made me feel better about walking away from the homeless lady was the fact that she did have 2 burritos, and I was able to give her a water that Giselle and I found. So
good.
That gave me a little bit of satisfaction.
Because I was super disturbed after that conversation with one of our coworkers today.
I could tell.
Yeah, that bothered me. I was so annoyed. Like, you don't. Yeah. Anyway.
So, all right. So, Suzette and Tanya, I'm gonna leave you guys in the very capable hands of Justel. She will get my contact information to you. Once you send me that, I will text you back and let you know exactly what I need. And I'll let you know what my schedule is looking like so that I can at least attempt to schedule you guys in next maybe Wednesday and Friday. Just make sure you guys touch base with Justel right after the end of this show.
I'll make sure they have your contact information.
Okay. Anybody else? Miss Williams, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Honeybee.
I'm good.
Honeybee, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for everything that you went over today. You provide a lot of clarity.
Absolutely.
I meant to say this at the beginning of the show. Like I did feel the shift, but I felt it in a way where it's like, because I literally just told my coworker today, and she was like, "Did you notice such and such?" I was like, "Yeah, but I don't give a fuck about that." And I didn't say it to be rude or anything. I just was like, I feel like in the past I would have poured energy into that, and I was just like, yeah, I don't care about that anymore.
Right.
So yeah, I've been feeling the shift. It feels lighter. It feels better. It feels more clear. Mm-hmm.
Good. It's supposed to. Good. Thank you for that. Lady D, how about you? You good?
I am. Thank you.
All right. Well, if there'll be nothing else, this has been On the Sevens with Pfeiffer's Beat Metatron, where we come to awaken to our mastered self, ascend with our evolving soul, and expand our consciousness mind. We are thankful and grateful for each and every one of you for your support and encouragement. Please continue to keep On the Sevens with Pfeiffer's Beat Metatron a part of your soul's journey as your mastered self awaits you. Let me leave you with this. As above, so below. As within, so without. As of the cosmos, so in your soul core level. It is so, it is so. Always be authentically you, unapologetically. Until we gather again, goodbye for now. I am Pyphus B. Metatron on the 7th, signing off. Zen Uru, Zen Uru, Zen Uru.